Okay, let's test the 10mm ultra-wide Laowa lens that I just got at the gym this morning, and the reason I chose here was to see how far the lens could be pushed. It's supposed to be zero distortion. It's not like a fisheye lens where everything's warped towards the edges. There is some barrel distortion, some nice like bokeh effects you'll see here, but really I'm getting so close to the subject, being me about 6 inches away, but still getting the barbell in shot, and it's really interesting graphically, I think, playing with that perspective. Less interesting when it's used as a sort of generalist lens. Like here, it's pretty good. It kind of opens the space right up. It's great for rooms and big spaces like this gym, but I think it's better when it's pushed graphically, as you'll see in some of the later shots as I started to do, and I started to get really close, like a couple inches from where I was shooting. Again, here's another different angle, top down, and I think it's quite interesting when you get that, when you can get so close to the subject but also have so much distance behind it, and like films like The Revenant and stuff, they use that really well. It's a really interesting lens. It'll be even more interesting when I can get some movement with it when I'm operating and focusing on another subject that isn't myself. But see, in a shot like this, I'm probably, like I said, 5-6 inches away from my legs here. It's just a really unusual thing. It's not like a 35 or a 50mm where it's closer to your eye. It's got a real specialty lens we would use for things that are quite unusual, a really unusual perspective. And as you can see here, this is me on the Stairmaster, and this is what I'm talking about, the sort of generalist approach. It's not very interesting when it's used for that. Yes, you'll capture a lot of the background, you can close the subject and have the space, but it's not as interesting as when you get to something like this next shot that I'm about to go on to on the lateral raise. Now, you see here, look at the machine moving right by, probably about an inch from the lens, and it gets the full space in there, but the subject's massive, the machine's massive, and I don't know what it is. It's something that's just a really unusual type of lens. Like I said, I work with a 35 most of the time, and that can be like a really, again, a common sort of viewpoint, as it would be with the human eye. But with this, when it gets so close to the lens but it doesn't warp, I just find it's really interesting. It's really interesting to get that perspective change, almost like when you're doing figure drawing, or when you're doing like comic book drawing, and you can have the full subject in the head and the body and the city in the background, things like that. It's going to be really interesting to open this up and see how many different styles of shots you can get. And even in this next one, the last thing I shot, to have the stack in shot and me still like working away and having both points of view, and it's not a split diopter shot, you're not having to move things out of the way. I just put the tripod right in amongst it, and you're getting this like real interesting style of shot that you couldn't get with your standard lens. Again, it's not going to be for every shot. I wouldn't have it for like a corporate shoot or taking portraits or anything like that, unless it was for a kind of stylized reason. But when you're looking for something that bit different, and you're really pushing the style side of things, it's a cracking lens, and I'm looking forward to putting it to the test more.